Hey guys, welcome to more Josh-CCLP4. Again, I'm recording at 4:30 in the morning here. This is part 20. I made sure to get the number right. Uh, I'm just gonna get started and play because I feel like playing these levels again. It's been like 2 weeks since I last have. This is Cloner's Maze Tank Edition. That's really all there is to it. There's cloning and there's tanks. What more do you want? Okay, so first room is really straightforward. The second room is a little trickier. I think I can clone 4 without any bad collisions happening. I do want to clear out the way to that chip as quickly as I can. And then 1, 2, 3. So I can make a collision happen here. I think that's the waiting interval I want. Nope. Oh, actually it was. That's the actual waiting interval. No? I guess there's not one for exactly what I was looking for. Oh, wait, no, it would be 4. It would be 4. I'm just going to flip the tank so that this fireball drowns itself. Yeah, because 4 would have this one deflect that one up. So 6 was close to the right idea, just not quite. I need another fireball on that bomb. And since I already know cloning them offset by 6 works, I'm just going to clone them offset by 6. So apparently off by 6 is now not correct because I moved stuff. So off by 8. There we go. So yeah, JB started an LP of CCLP2 not too long ago. Which is interesting because this level is... How would you even do this in links? Would you have to tank desync? Wait, no, you just remove that and then... Okay, so you wouldn't have to tank desync, but it would be quicker too. But yeah, JB started an LP of CCLP2, which is interesting because that set has Cloner's Maze in it. And he specifically mentioned that I sort of half-optimize levels as I'm playing them. And I'd like to say that that's not entirely true. It's just my general play style is I'm trying to be relatively efficient as I'm playing, and halfway optimizing things is, well, somewhat efficient, so... I say halfway because I don't take it too seriously at these points. Like, if I die, I die. If I do something inoptimally, I do something inoptimally. But when I can do something like that and just clear out the bombs while I'm doing other stuff, it's just more interesting to watch that way. Okay, so it looks like the tank... the tank portion of this room is I only get 3 of each monster. So if I clone 3 fireballs, they'll end up... No, if I clone 1 fireball, I can remove the chip. It'll deflect over here, I can remove that chip, and it will give me access to a yellow key. Let's see what the gliders will do. 1 chip up there, it'll give me 1 after 2. So I'm going to do the gliders first. I'm going to clone 1 of each. Take the chips, clone 2 gliders, and 1 fireball. Start with the fireball. And then while we're dealing with the rest of this, we will clone the last fireball. So yeah, that's the sort of halfway optimization I guess JB was referring to. It's just how I play, just in general. Like, I've always tried to play games as efficiently as I can. Like, even before I started speedrunning. I can be a little more efficient with this if I don't take the yellow key and instead push a block over it. Again, obviously you can't do that in links, but you don't really need to do that in links. But yeah, just... I've always had I've usually had a time limit of how long I can play games. I'll take both yellows here. So anything to get as much done in as little time as possible. And that definitely had a lot to do with why I started speedrunning in the first place. Okay, what do we do with down here? Could spend 1 block getting the green key, so I'll do that. Because I know I saw green locks guarding the exit. The other ones have chips, so I guess we'll just use the last block from the right to get chips. But what is this extra yellow? Oh, right. I still have to remove this yellow lock. So yeah, I started speedrunning because I needed to be, like, growing up, I had to be efficient or I wasn't going to get anywhere. Just naturally developed into wanting to go fast and do speedruns, and I just stuck with it because it was fun. And that, again, leads into Chip's challenge as well, because it's a puzzle, and then to solve some of these levels. And then you have the puzzle within the puzzle of doing it as efficiently as possible. It does not look like there's any downside to spamming fireballs here. Because, well, let's put it this way. The tanks are automatically switching due to that ball I cloned. Which means I really don't have a downside to spamming fireballs. Most of them seem to just die on their own anyway. Alright, let's let this settle down a bit. That one that I've got stuck almost worries me a bit, but I'll need it there eventually anyway. Wow, that was surprisingly efficient. That should be enough. That was one too many, okay. So we'll wait for this fireball to come back out so he drowns. Wait for the tank. Yeah, this room is actually a lot of fun. Like, I do like this level. It's quite long, and it is all tank and cloning themed, but at the same time, every room feels distinct. So right here, we're going to go through the socket, we're going to clone one fireball from each of these cloners, and the goal is to make them all blow up. I don't know which one's going to clone first, and I don't want to redo the level, so I'm going to take it really slow and wait for an explosion before moving to the next. So on the topic of explosion sounds, I know the original game technically didn't have one, but it's very useful to have one. And that's the biggest thing that really bothers me about the AVI archives in general. Anyway, this button will stop the tanks from being toggled, which makes exiting a little easier. Just want to make sure they aren't going to toggle on me again. Yeah, the AVI archives that Andrew Bennett mostly set up don't have any sound, just as a way they were recorded. So go through the Sacred Forest to get the button pressed and get the suction boots. All blue walls are real. Thank you, Josh. But yeah, there's no sound on any of them, and some of the half-weights and such aren't clearly visible. So it's not entirely the best archive. The public TWS is much better, but even that doesn't clearly mark half-weights a lot of the time. So there's really a lot of things with even CC1's, like even the original set's documentation. There's still a couple parts that are somewhat lacking. Not really, because I will say that just what was done for that set was a tremendous help when I was starting out with optimization in the first place. Just such a huge help that I know I would not be anywhere near as good as I am right now without having had those resources available to me. Okay, I did not deserve that. Okay. Teeth always worry me a little bit. So I could go over there, but then I'd be stuck. So I can go down here. Ooh, I could slip by this. Should I try to slip by? No, I don't even need to, because I can just wait here without needing to use that force floor. Okay, I'm not a fan of that trap. I don't think I could have seen that coming in advance. I probably should have just taken the recessed walls to begin with, but, you know, you want to save recessed walls. So, yeah, Oh yeah, I should probably mention why I haven't been recording specifically. So anyone who's in the Chips Challenge Bitbusters Club, henceforth CCBBC, Skype chat knows this, but I've been finishing up my senior year of college, so I have not had very much free time, specifically like after the 18th. So the last time I had something uploaded here, um, my free time dropped to literally zero. Like literally zero for the rest of that week. And even after that happened, I still didn't have much free time for a little bit. Okay, so I do come up here. It's like, because I was finishing up my senior project, and that obviously took up a huge chunk of time, especially because we had to get a final version by project presentation day. And that was not an easy thing to do. Can I break this in MS? Do I need that trap still? No, I don't, because these are empty. I can just go through without the trap. So I think you can do this a little differently in MS, but the general effect is the same, so I'm going to do it the normal way. Leaving the block here and using the recessed wall to nail up would allow me to take another loop through there. Pretty sure the intended way is faster anyway, but it's something worth noting. As JB mentioned in his video, I halfway optimize things, blah blah blah. Again, it's not really a conscious effort, I just kind of see these things that you can do with the levels, and I'm like, hey, I want to try and do that. So it's like Sapphire Compartment. I was like, hey, you could bust this. I want to try to do that. So what in the world am I meant to do with this room? I see two buttons. If I'm correct, just based on my knowledge of these sorts of levels, that's another thing. A lot of levels, especially older design levels, because this is from Josh-CCLP4, which I think was a 2013 release, which I guess is still kind of recent. My best guess would be I need to load up all these. No, the blocks will end up. I can go over here and explore. So I can take 1, 2, 3, 4 up there. But then what are the recessed walls for? Oh! I get it. The recessed walls are so I can loop around. So if there's 4, and I'm guessing that didn't do what I thought it was going to do at all. Okay. I am so lost right now. I was expecting those to be linked up to the blocks, which would in turn give me a way to bridge up there once I got to the other side. I guess I'll come up this way? So what is this block for? Where will this go? Where does that force floor slide lead? I don't have any choice but to push it there. Okay, so that's going to hit the tank button. Because I remember... Oh, hey, that tank's moved now. But what does it mean? I'm so lost. So I could go to the left. And I think I want to go to the left, actually. Oh, it cloned blocks on this side. Which means these blocks clone blocks from the other side. Clever way of making this one use only. But I don't think it actually works. What's the worst that can happen here? I don't remember the construction on the other side. I'm pretty sure if I can't teleport, what's going to happen is I'll bounce back off the teleport like that, and I'll be able to boost back. Sweet, so I'm through. That's not the one I wanted. I really wanted the third recessed wall first, because I know that one's going to be the hardest one to hit. Got it. Okay. Because the second one is just a very quick right down, instead of a slightly delayed. Did I want to do that? Did I just outsmart myself? I think I just outsmarted myself. I'm pretty sure I just outsmarted myself here. Wait, nope! I did not outsmart myself. I almost did, but not quite. So what I could do here is actually obtain 4 more blocks. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't think they have any use. What I will do is get... Oh, those are one use only. So I can't actually get 4 more blocks. Okay, that was still a clever little thing. I'm very happy I did that. Josh, I'm not happy you did this. This sort of section is just so nerve-wracking. Like, every time. I hate doing them. Because it's one misstep equals just your doom. Anyway, I've wasted a lot of time screwing around on this level. Go there, and I'd be able to go through there. I can't even explore ahead and figure out what to do next. So I'm going to take this moment while I'm replaying this part to point out, hey, you see this beginning part? This is the starting area of Eddie's Unknown Dungeon, which, for those who don't know, is part of dedications.dat and ended up in, well, near the end of Josh-CCLP4, I believe. I don't know. I don't think it was submitted because I don't think Josh submitted it because he didn't technically make the level. Blech. Words. But Eddie's dedication set was, I think, one of the first uses ever of taking existing level portions and transforming them into something new, which is a really, really cool thing to do. It's something I wanted to try pretty much as soon as I saw those levels and recognized what they actually were. But it took me a while to actually decide to do so. I only did so recently. And by recently, I do mean, like, very recently, like less than a week ago. And I messed around with, I toyed with the idea of doing it. I never actually did. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to start doing this. And of course, I made my life extra difficult by... So, the one thing I didn't like about Eddie's dedications, and this is such a minor thing to complain about, is that he made minor edits to the levels in question. And to me, that felt a lot like a cop-out. It's like, you're subverting the... Like, you're adding your own things in a way that's not just transforming something existing. You're building something new on top of that. And it didn't... I don't know, I didn't like it too much. I forgot to hit the red buttons, but that's fine. My little stunt means I know how to fix that. So this part in links, I'm not sure if you're... No, you're supposed to enter it from the left side, so that would be fine in links. So I've got a lot of slide delay going on here, and this part looks really bad right now, but I'm going to ram those 2 blocks in place. And I can retrieve this one. And those 2 are still rammed in place, and that means I can retrieve them at my leisure. So we come up here, push that one over, and just boom, they're all retrieved. You thought I was screwed. Super nerve-wracking part again! I don't like this level.
Bummer.
I like the idea behind it. I really like the idea behind it. It's got great aesthetics. Most of the levels are actually really fun, but that one part is so dumb. And I'm having very, very traumatic flashbacks trying to optimize all about buttons, because the corresponding section with that one ring was very, very difficult for me to execute correctly. I'm so traumatized, can't you tell from my obviously not sarcastic voice? No? Alright, you can't respond anyway. Or rather, you can respond, but only after I've already finalized and uploaded this. There's no chance for meaningful conversation to occur here. Oh well. And with that silly interlude, back to your regularly scheduled failures.
Bummer.
Did I really just do that? Did I really just do that? And then I accidentally resized my window. I fixed it. Gosh, why? And I am gonna record this one. Well, to be kind of long compared to the usual episode, or maybe I'll just record two and upload them both back to back. Because I do feel bad about just suddenly dropping this for 2 weeks, even though I have a very good reason for dropping this for 2 weeks. Because even with recording ahead, I still slipped. I tried to keep the daily schedule. I kept it as long as I could, and then I just no longer had the time. But on the plus side, my senior project actually went really well. I'm gonna try not to be stupid with my gameplay now. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that because this is not the I'm going to talk about my senior project show. But instead, hey, I'm going to talk while I'm playing Josh's CCLP4 submission set for some reason. Alright, that reason is I thought it would be a fun idea, and so far it has been. Anyway, yeah, senior project went well. I started having free time, and then my software engineering class kicked in. The less said about that, the better, honestly. It has been an experience I am not keen to repeat. And I'm glad I'm not ever going to have to, at least with this class. I'm sorry, did you seriously not clone one of these blocks? Whatever, I know how to do this. I actually do need this one there. This is so silly that I'm being so silly with this route, or with this level, that I have to do the slide delay thing. Like, I've had to do shenanigans with this part, what, 3 times now? That wouldn't work in links. 3 out of 3. Now, on the plus side, I do like being able to show off, like, cool little mechanic things like that. Okay, I specifically tried to go early. Okay? Really? This is beyond ridiculous right here. Like, this is a fun level and all, but it's really obnoxious replaying the beginning because of that one part. And I almost had it on the first try, too, and that's what makes this that much more painful. Like, I just want to be through with this level so I can move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I don't want another. What's a level that took me forever? It's been so long, I don't even remember what levels I struggled on with this set. I don't think there were any I really struggled to work out a solution to. But there were definitely some I struggled to execute a known solution for. Alright, we go over this way first. If I screw up the dumb part again... sorry. Yeah, dry throat. If I do record more videos tonight, I'm definitely getting water first. I think that means this is going to be the last level of this particular video, even if I don't want it to be. Yeah. Man, dry throats are not fun. I think at one point in one of Josh's videos of Ultimate Tip 5, which I'm very happy that he went through. That's because I haven't really had anyone else go through one of my more recent sets, and he liked it a lot more than I expected, honestly. So, I'm pretty happy with that, understandably. Okay. Now, can we get this part right? I thought I died there. Okay. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm too focused on not screwing up these honestly kind of stupid block slides again. It's like, there's one more. Alright, one. Got it. Now I have that trap in place, so now I can go this way, and now I can finally try to deal with this puzzle. Which is really straightforward, and I am thankful for that, because after those block slides, I don't want to die and have to do everything again. Hit the toggle button, because I know I need to hit the toggle button. I was paying attention. And my throat's not feeling dry anymore. So that's all the chips. No more precise force floor override. Did did I really did 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 I really just and then they have to, and then the trap, and then the slides, and I was done, and the no, no, no. That was entirely my fault, but no. I don't want to do this again. That's it. I'm doing this stupid route. I don't even care. I'm doing the backwards route for this part next time I get there, which will be before too long, because I've done this level too many times already. Now, you can try to make me die, but Oh, I actually can't because I didn't clear that lower dirt. Fine. I'm not restarting just to show that off. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Could have gone for the red lock already. This, I wonder if anybody's going to pick like a favorite no moment from this playthrough. It might just be the fact that I completely cut myself off from any further conversation there. Or it might be my overdramatic no from Blue Forest Fire. Probably not that, because I went into a rant there. Did I seriously just do that? Okay, I take back every positive thing I ever said about this level. This is so frustrating to me right now. Like, I don't actually take back every positive thing, but I really don't like this right now. A lot of it is those block slides, but it's not even just that anymore. There's just a lot of small design decisions that are like, haha, you did something slightly out of order. And I know I've made levels like that before. I've even made some not too long ago. But at the same time, it's like, that's frustrating.
Bummer.
That's frustrating too. I mean, seriously, look at this. I know what I'm doing. I know how to solve this level. It's not difficult. Other than the fourth floor slide section, which I really hope I don't screw up again, because I'm going to be really pissed off if that happens. Because as fun as this beginning is, or was originally, it's not play it a dozen times fun. Very few levels are played a dozen times fun. Like, one exception I can think of, and this is the exception, was for quite a while I was trying to get the Grand Prix Bold when it was 574, before Pie Guy went and ruined everything. He screwed up a perfectly good bold route. It was so legit. I'm not just saying that because I found the thing with the fireball cloner and the shenanigans you could pull with the slide delay. And yes, I know that I just said part of what it entails. I don't think anybody really cares. Yeah, so as you can see, you can just slip through there. Backwards boosting. I don't care. If that's what it takes to beat this level, I'm going to do it. But yeah, I figured since I mentioned that Pie Guy report, I might as well go into a little more detail on it. JB passed him for first place, which was pretty impressive. And then you know what happened? Pie Guy's like, yeah, you're weren't ever actually first. I had a couple scores sitting around, which I think he should have just reported, but I know he kind of said he retired. They included 71 on Countdown, which I found 72 on with Shane, which was pretty fun actually. Because I actually spotted something in the level nobody else had spotted that saved 1 second, and so I was stuck at 68, and it wasn't the original 68 that JB found. And then he found, excuse me a moment while I deal with. No, I'm not going to move that block. I'm going to remember not to move that block. I want to do this boosting stuff. Okay, just wanted to get that done. And the original 68 that he found was from something entirely different. And then he extended that to 69 and then 71. But then I found later on, while comparing notes with Shane, because he wanted to take a look at it. Well, technically I wanted to take a look at it, and I was like, hey, James already has the bold. You're good at this game. Want to help me look? And I found something else that brought us up to 70. And after we were at 70, it's like, okay, so there's 1 second left to find. We found one of the time savers. And we're both looking, and at the same time, we're like, I've got it. And we both found something at the same time. And here's the crazy part. They both saved 1 second, and they were in completely different areas, and they were compatible with each other. So combine those, we got 72 as a result. It was so that's the kind of, I found most of the stuff there, but it was still a collab because it would have been another 71. It would have been such a silly way to have an inoptimal route. Okay, yeah, I see why I did that before. I don't like that I did that before. I see I can take this block into the teleport. I don't know if I want to take this block into the teleport. I don't know what's on the other side of the teleport. Excuse me a moment while I go open up the editor and check. Conveniently, I have one open to check. Yes, I do want the block in the teleport. Thank you. I mean, I could have noticed that. I see. Because as you can see now, we're back here. That bomb's gone. We get a pair of suction boots. Where's the exit? Actually, that's a good question. Where was the exit? I wasn't paying full attention. There it is. Can't get it from in there. I will finally be out of Suction Shoe Forest. So yeah, that took me like a half hour to beat. I should have had it 15-20 minutes in. That fourth floor section with the block slides is pretty absurd. I don't think that should have been in the level, or if it was, it should have been handled a little differently than it was. Anyway, I will move on to drinking the dirty mop water in the next video, which I'm going to be recording in like 2 or 3 minutes after I get some water. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow or today or whenever you next watch the next one, because I'm going to throw these up when I can.